What's up with tonight?
Man, what's up with tonight? You know anybody looking for an assistant?
You.
Besides
You are looking for an assistant.
why am I blanking on?
You have one? You
I'm
need
blanking
one.
on the obvious name. Dude, well, this ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm like, why am I blanking on his name? Jamal Deaf. Best daps in the city.
John? Pat? DZ?
Easy. Man, I don't know why I blacked out. I'm like, all right.
Ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the Bob Brothers Podcast with Kev on stage.
It's Tony Baker.
And we here to waste your time for you at work or at home or wherever you're at. We like to talk movies and we like to talk other stuff. All right? Today's first thing, top 10 movies. We doing 10? It's really just top sequels that are better than the original, however many we decide.
Okay.
Sequels that are better than the original. All right. First up, obviously.
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
It's better than the original.
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight is better than Batman Begins.
I would agree. I feel like Empire Strikes Back is better than The New Hope.
Oh, that's worlds. Yeah. I also didn't like that A New Hope and The Force Awakens is the same exact movie.
Yeah.
You supposed to steal from a different movie.
Yeah.
Y'all ran y'all own movie back with different
Jedi
characters.
Empire Strikes Back in reverse.
Exactly. I don't like that. Yeah. Y'all could have stolen from anybody.
Yeah.
All right, what was it?
Empire Strikes Back.
All right.
Spider-Man 2.
Now, are we doing Spider-Man 2 is better than 1? Are we doing can the 3 be better than the 2? Or are we just doing the 2s are better?
No. The 3 is a sequel.
Okay, all right. Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier is better than Captain America. Whoa, you said Winter Soldier then Civil War?
No, I was just saying Winter Soldier is better.
Oh, Winter Soldier is better than First Avenger.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Spider-Man 2 is better than...
This is Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
Yeah.
And this 3 is the best of all.
No, 3 is the worst.
It's the best, man. He had the black on. He was
out, man.
That scene, I wanted to leave the theater. When Tobey Maguire was walking down the street in the black.
Oh, my God.
I wanted to take jalapeno juice from the nachos.
Doing this? Oh, God.
And I don't mind the original Spider. The first one was good.
First one was solid.
First one was a great origin film. When he was trying to figure out the part. And
the Green Goblin was great. Oh, yeah. Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, more than
No Way Home.
No Way
Home.
No Way Home is the second or third one?
That's the third one.
That's who was the villain?
Everybody in there.
That's with all the.
That's with the 3 Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No Way Home is better than Far From Home. No Way Home
is better than Far From Home.
Okay. Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit.
I personally can't give it to it.
Oh. Thank y'all for tuning in. The podcast ends here.
You like the first Sister Act?
I love the first Sister Act.
Yeah, no,
it is a great film.
I think the first Sister Act is a stronger overall movie.
Oh
than
my
the second
God!
one.
Why do you hate black culture? Why do you hate black women? You hate Lauryn Hill and Sheryl Lee Ralph?
Black women is still in the first one.
No, just her?
Yeah.
Just Whoopi
Goldberg.
Come on, y'all.
It's just a stronger story and just, you know what I'm saying? I know Sister Act 2
It was a good original story. I saw Sister Act 1 first.
Yeah.
Right? Because I also like when the really thin nun was she was scared.
Yeah.
And Kathy Najimy, I believe.
Kathy Najimy, yeah.
She's great.
Yeah.
Old people. It's a great film.
They didn't give those characters nothing to do with Sister Act 2.
I agree with that. But it ain't their film. Sister Act 2 is Dangerous Minds in musical class. It's the same film. Whoopi Goldberg is Michelle Pfeiffer, but instead of like, I'm going to get with the grisliness of the kids, music.
But it was flimsy.
Nah,
It was
man.
flimsy. With
How
them
was it
kids.
flimsy?
Outside of Lauryn Hill, it was just flimsy.
Nah, Jamal basically takes the same character. He's the same character as the thin lady, right?
Wasn't high
Rita's
enough.
story is great, man. Her mom don't want her to chase her dreams.
Stakes wasn't high enough.
The stakes are not high for Whoopi anymore, because she's not running from the mob.
Stakes wasn't that high with the kids.
There was high. I mean, I don't think the stakes need to be high for a movie to be good.
Well, we need some stakes going on. We need some
They gotta win the
sirloins,
choir
some
competition,
tri-tip.
or the school is gonna go under, man.
I can't give it to Sister Act 2 just like that. They kind of too equal for me. But if y'all want to put it on
I
there,
am
that's
putting
fine.
it on. I don't
But
need
it's
your
not-
approval.
It's not a clear superior film to me.
It's clear.
To me, I know y'all attached to it, but if it
You
wasn't
don't
black,
care.
if them kids wasn't black, you would not be doing this.
The one white dude was white who was rapping. Joyful.
You would
joyful,
not
Lord.
be doing this.
I would do it. Also, for me, and this is part of it. Sister Act 2 is like, it's ingrained into the DNA of myself.
Oh, that's what's all
I've
about.
seen that movie
That's what's happening. There.
1,000 times. We ran that back to the max.
It's
And
personal.
it's personal. Movies are often are personal.
But take your feelings out of
And
these
the,
sequels,
ain't no
man.
way feelings are a part of it.
Take your feelings out of these
Rewatchability
sequels.
is an important part of if a movie is better.
Sister Act 1 is rewatchable.
I don't rewatch as much as Sister Act 2.
That's because you saw the black kids singing. And you was like, yeah, I can relate to the black. It's like church. So you connected to that churchy part of it. And that's all ingrained in your DNA. But Sister Act 1 is strong. I think it's
didn't
a
say-
stronger film.
It's not, for me, sequel better than the original doesn't mean the original is bad. It just means the sequel is better. Some of these, I don't enjoy the original, or it's a stark difference.
Yeah.
For this one, it's not like, oh, Sister Act 1 is bad, Sister Act 2 is great.
Yeah.
It's like, these are both great movies.
Yeah, it's close.
But it's close. But
this
the
one
Sister
could
Act
go
2
either way for me.
Two
But I'm
gets
going to
the
let y'all
edge.
have it.
Thank you.
But I'm not in on
We
this.
deserve it.
Just so y'all know, I'm not in on
We
this.
deserve it.
I'm not in on it.
Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore.
Terminator 2.
Erica Campbell is in Sister Act 2.
Is she?
Yes, in the choir.
She married still?
Every time you ask me, she's going to be married,
All
man.
right.
Terminator 2, absolutely. And it's a
Terminator
perfect
2 for
example.
sure.
Yeah.
I like Terminator 1.
Terminator 1
and it's
is
not a bad movie.
fantastic.
I love the villain switch. I was like, oh.
Terminator 1 is fantastic. But man, when this is a perfect example of when you got more money, you going to make a better film.
Yeah, they had to stay.
And they had the money for Terminator 2, and it showed, and it paid off.
There was fire everywhere in Terminator 2.
It was.
He was rolling through fire on the
Yeah.
motorcycle. I was
Yeah,
like, bro,
man.
y'all, the pyrotechnic budget was.
That was money well spent.
Is that James Cameron?
Yes.
Yeah.
He done delivered a lot.
His track record
We need to do a James
might
Cameron
be the
appreciation
best.
episode.
He might have the best track record.
Give it to me now.
His whole. We're not gonna count Piranha. Piranha 2 or whatever. That's what he kicked off with.
Give me
So,
the ones you were submitting as like this is like James
Terminator?
Cameron. Yep.
The Abyss.
Love that movie.
The Abyss is great.
Love that movie. It's kind of scary for a kid to watch.
Oh man.
And also the ocean's already terrifying.
Come on,
They helped.
Shook.
I was like, that's the submersible, basically.
Yeah. Shook.
All right.
Terminator 2.
Yep.
True Lies.
Love it.
Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Avatar 2.
Aliens.
Aliens.
He printing money with those. He got 2 of the top 3 most, right?
Titanic, Avatar, and Avatar 2.
Are the highest.
They're
the
1, 2,
highest
3?
They're like
grossing, yeah.
crazy billion.
Yeah.
They're all in the billion club.
Got
Well,
it.
$2 billion for a couple of them, maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
the Titanic just was re-released and made another like.
They keep
million.
re-releasing that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So those are his movies. That's his
Yeah,
resume.
he's great.
And
great.
Aliens is like my favorite
Yeah,
movie.
I know you love it.
Man,
I know you love it.
that's the perfect action.
All right.
And that's on the list.
Aliens?
100%.
So if the first one's Alien,
Yeah.
then it was like S.
Now we have
They had
more
more
than
money,
one.
more aliens.
That's
Yes.
also, I like sequels that more than just like the name to
Yeah.
like Aliens.
Yeah.
You feel
Because
me?
it was organic. It was
Absolutely.
like now that movie, it was literally one alien.
Yeah.
This one is a bunch of them. And they coming for you. They could have called it that. It's a bunch of them, and they're coming for you. Rated R. Aliens is perfect.
All right.
Bad Boys 2, I got to think too hard on that one.
I'm thinking Bad Boys was a great opening. I know Bad Boys 2 made more money, right?
Yeah.
I'm
think
trying to
Bad
think about
Bad Boys 1. Bad Boys 2 had better action. Bad Boys 1 was a better movie.
Is Bad Boys 2 Gabrielle Union?
Yeah.
Or is she 3? She's 2?
She's 2.
What's 3 then?
3 is Bad Boys for Life.
Oh, it was 3. Oh, that's why I kept thinking Bad Boys for Life should have been 4.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the most recent one.
Yeah, that's the one.
That is The Devil Is Not Welcome Here?
Yeah, that's 2. But that first, here's why I'm stuck.
All right.
Because I like Martin a lot more in 1.
Yeah.
Martin really got more screen time, and he wasn't as whiny in the first one.
Yeah, he was.
He was fussing and complaining, and he was insecure when he thought Mike was smashing his wife. But it was like, but he wasn't. He went over there to kick ass.
Yeah.
But I feel like all that woosah stuff, and like, why are we doing this in the middle of gunfights? It was funny, but I didn't really like that.
Yeah. The scene
like,
where the boyfriend comes over was funny.
Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Nigga, you look 30.
Bad Boys 2 has some of the best action sequences in film.
Yeah. When Gabrielle Union, when they're in the parking garage,
that
was like
Haitian situation from the car chase to when they get to the Haitian hideout.
It was great. The devil is not welcome here. Why would you tell me the devil? We is the devil, man.
The devil in his house. That was funny.
Was
even though
funny.
Martin was scared, he was just like,
yeah.
"You gotta call him the devil in his house."
When Martin got high,
on the ecstasy.
look at your eye.
Yeah.
What you want me to do?
With all that woosah, I was just like,
woosah. But remember though, woosah was a cultural thing. People was doing.
Oh, yeah, for
people
sure.
saying woosah
For sure.
a lot after that movie.
he got shot in the butt cheek at the Klan shootout. They nerfed
the Klan
him.
shootout.
They nerfed Martin though. From the first one to the second one. They gave him
because
the whole
Will
treatment.
was a much bigger star by then.
There ain't no good reason to do it.
It's absolutely a good reason.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Mike Lowry can still do his Mike Lowry because he still did his Mike Lowry in the first one. Like at the end, he was Mike Lowry.
He was.
When he was driving, when he was riding in the Porsche and Freeze and all that. Martin was driving though the Porsche.
Am I thinking of the right Klan meeting?
The Klan rally was at the beginning of Bad Boys 2.
But is it racist? Is that or a different movie?
What you mean?
They was at the Klan rally and they took
Yeah.
their hoods off. I'm
Right.
trying to think of the line. What was the Klan people saying? Was it really funny? Is there another movie with that, or am I thinking of
No,
something
the
else?
Klan funny is Django Unchained.
That's what I'm thinking.
Where they
Of.
was arguing about the hoods and like,
Okay.
who made these hoods?
I'm
man?
confusing
well,
them
fuck
two.
all y'all. And I was like, man, that shit's so funny.
Yeah, okay, but they
But-
was at the Klan. Okay,
But they nerfed Martin a
They
little bit too
did.
much for me.
they did. So you're not giving it to Martin. I mean, you're not giving it to Bad Boys 2.
I always go back and forth on which Bad Boys I like better, 1 or 2. So
Gun
it's
to your
hard for me
head.
to make a decision.
Gun to your head. Spread from Contra.
Because Bad Boys holds the record for me for most times seen in the theater, 4 times.
The original.
Yeah. Because I'm Buddy
Yeah.
Cop McGee.
I
And
know.
it
I know it.
was just
I think Bad Boys 2 is better,
Bad Boys 2 has better action sequences, but
and it's funnier to me. And I rewatch it more of the 2. Bad Boys, it's Sister Act again. No shade, no disrespect to the original, and it's not a wide gap.
yeah.
But if you said, okay, you got to decide 2 or 1, I'm saying 2 is better.
I just
than
feel
1.
like two had too many moments where I was like, man, why would he? Even when Martin stuck his head out the car and mid car flip, he
Yeah.
was like, oh,
I
he
like
went
that, though.
outside. That
You don't like
motherfucker
silly.
flipped. I can't give it to 2.
You can't.
No.
Well, I can. Yeah, boy. No, you gave me
I gave you Sister
you
Act
gave me
2.
Sister Act 2. I ain't gonna fight your own 2.
Okay.
All right. Now we also have animated ones as well.
Oh, we got animated?
We got animated as well.
So Toy
Because
Story
they said Toy Story.
3.
Toy Story 3 is my favorite Toy Story.
Yeah. Toy Story
Because
3
it built upon
Yeah.
the ending when you think they're gonna die
Mhm.
hits
Toy
because
Story
you follow
3
the
is
story.
hard-hitting.
I think Toy Story, for me, it goes 3, 1, 2, 4.
Me too.
Yeah.
Same.
2 was solid though.
2 was solid, yeah.
Yeah,
but that 3,
but
woo,
3
that
was
3.
like y'all got it because
3
2 was
was
like
fire.
the guy was stealing him. It was the
The guy got caught. He captures Woody, and they gotta go.
yeah, that's the one that introduced
the contract or whatever.
Jesse's in that.
Jesse and the horse.
Yeah.
It's the guy who's a collector
Yeah.
who stole him.
The
It was
old-
cool.
Al's
Yeah.
toy barn guy.
Yeah.
But 3 was like
3 was
Lotso was great.
yeah.
And the daycare was
the little
it was,
weird baby.
Oh,
the
my
baby with
God.
the weird eyes.
The daycare was a great place for that film.
Yes.
Like the collector was cool, but
Right.
the daycare for kids, I was
Yeah.
like, this
And
is
then
almost
the
as
plot
good as your.
twist is like, oh, he a villain.
And he was,
Part
Lotso did the salute when he was letting them burn. He said, and took off.
Man.
He was,
Yeah. 3.
So you're saying 3 is
Toy
better
Story
than
3.
2,
It's better than 2.
but it's not better than 1.
Toy Story 1 was phenomenal.
It's great. I blame Toy Story 1 for the destruction of the live action
traditional-
sports film for the kid. The live action kids film. I want a study done.
Yeah.
The Little Giants, the Goonies, the Mighty Ducks. 1996, Toy Story 1 comes out. Sandlot
95.
as well. Or 95, Sandlot as well. And after that, it was like, we had those movies all the time.
They
Before
had
my time.
Hardball since then.
Hardball is an outlier. That was just to throw us off. Because that was in the 2000s.
They redid the Bad News Bears.
Get it out. Get it out. Hardball is an aberration, and You Got Served, they're too old to be that type of movie. But anyway, Toy Story 1 was great, and I feel like it broke the mold for what a movie could be. And the premise is so
Oh,
great.
Man, Toy Story is great.
Because as a kid, I was like, I knew it the whole time. I knew when I left, y'all was getting up and walking around and talking.
I would say 3 is the best.
Oh! I just said that. 3, 1, 2, 4.
I
Okay.
say 3 is the best. So yeah, Toy
So
Story.
Toy
3.
Story 3.
Godfather Part 2.
Oh.
I go back and forth on this.
Yeah.
Initially, I was like 2, but then 1. Then I'll go back because I watched Godfather 1 and 2 damn near annually.
That's good.
I'll go back and forth.
See, the problem is
I'll go
I'm
back and
realizing,
forth.
especially for you, if it's not clear and present danger, if it's not a gap,
Yeah.
you ain't going to give it to
Yeah,
the
'cause
sequel.
I go back and forth too much.
Yeah. Man, I hadn't even thought about that, Cam.
Because if I keep changing, it's pretty much a tie. If it keeps going like this all the time,
That's
it's
fair,
like
that's
they're
fair,
both
that's fair.
equally yoked, in
I
my
just think
opinion.
the first part of the first Godfather to me is just so long and drawn out. And
It
the
is.
good part doesn't get into like the last third.
It
They
is.
take a long. That movie's also credited with explaining mob culture to Americans.
Yeah.
And they take their time.
That wedding scene, they took their sweet time.
Dog, I felt like I was at the wedding.
But during the wedding, though, they kept cutting back into his
Yeah,
office, and
they
he was
did.
handling business.
Yeah, because that's when Michael was on the out. He was the Army
Yeah,
kid.
he was
He's
the
not
Army
even
kid.
in yet like that.
Sonny was just like, "Hey, man, you just be
watch
Army
out,
kid and
man.
hush." You know what
But
I'm saying?
two, when Michael he's
when
in
they showed
him,
the young Vito,
I like that part.
I'll
that's-
give it to 2.
That's a movie that I don't mind the length of it. That is
I
those
don't mind the length of either one.
either one.
Yeah.
Like that is long, but it's not. There's long and there's long with wasted motion.
Yeah.
Because Vito's whole thing, I was like,
I was all in on his come up.
how he get to this point?
Yeah.
Robert De Niro, right?
Robert
Was young
De Niro.
Vito. I'm all in. He's in his bag at that time as well, and
Yeah.
plus it's in the black and white. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He was still in the and
Oh,
I
it was a
love.
color?
Yeah, it was. Who was the guy he was at? Who was the boss of that little
The
town?
Black Hand guy.
Black Hand didn't
Yeah.
turn out to be that strong.
No, he was weak.
like-
he had no muscle.
He was the Wizard of Oz.
He had no muscle behind him, man. He was just faking the funk, and they pulled his card. Crushed the little light by his little
Yeah.
apartment door. I got your ass dead to rights. I got a homemade silencer. We getting you.
So you say Godfather 2? Are you giving it to
Yeah, I'll
better?
give it to 2.
All right. We
Barely.
still respect
Barely.
the original.
Barely. It's barely.
John Wick?
Matrix 2, absolutely not.
No.
No. The
Matrix
Matrix
1
is
is-
progressively worse
X-Men 2?
to me.
Yes, X2 is better than
Yeah.
yes, X2.
X2 for sure. Matrix, they could never recapture the magic to me.
No.
Mad Max Fury Road? Does that count as a sequel? Or is that a reboot?
That's a reboot. So, but the Road Warrior is the best of the initial
Okay.
trilogy.
Okay.
That's part 2.
So you're giving it that?
The Road Warrior is better than Mad Max and
Okay.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. I can't. I feel like Back to the Future for me is the best of the three.
Yeah, it's also the first one often has the set the world up.
Yeah.
So it's hard to beat. What about Home Alone?
I like Home Alone 2 better than 1.
Me too.
Okay.
Even though they run it
I
back.
usually get pushback on that.
No, they run
I
it.
like the first one better, but I get why people like the second one.
Yeah.
It's just
Man.
the overtopness for me is just too much.
In 2?
Yeah, in the second
I
one.
laughed harder on
And they're
the
getting
second.
The thing is,
bricks
I-
falling on their head in
The
that, and
bird
it's like-
lady was
bricks.
not the first guy. The old white dude, I was like, he is murdering
Yeah, he
children.
did seem like he was murdering kids.
Bird lady's not as
Bird Lady
intimidating.
was soft from the
and
jump.
and I love the moral of the old guy.
Yeah.
And they also just ran that back. It was
Yeah.
the same thing with Bird Lady.
Right.
But you really is living.
But I
the
really
bird.
like that Bird Lady.
I did too.
And she was indicative of New York.
1000%.
Yeah.
But the
I like that hotel. That hotel
That's
staff
man.
is the key.
And what's
Tim,
who plays the-
Tim Curry,
Tim
man.
Curry, yeah.
Curry.
I love Tim Curry.
Tony loves that GIF.
Oh,
when he figured it
man.
out, Tim Curry was like, the smile, he like a Cheshire
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah, man.
He was like-
I love Tim Curry, man.
I love that Kevin had all that ice cream and pizza. I
Yeah.
wanted to stay at the
I
Waldorf
wanted to be at that hotel.
because I'm like, man, he ran it up.
I also wanted to be in their house too.
Yeah, they did.
In the first
They
one.
said there's a Twitter thing that said that Kevin is the villain of those movies.
For sure. 100%. He running up his parents' credit cards. He out here killing thieves. He's a menace. That's the good son for real.
For real.
That's the good son for real.
Oh, Lion King, come on, man.
Evil
Dog.
Dead 2, yes.
Ooh, I don't believe in that.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2, absolutely. Evil Dead is an undefeated franchise, by the way. All of them have been good. Evil Dead 2 is
Lethal
5-0.
Weapon?
Lethal Weapon. What is Logan a sequel to? Lethal Weapon is tough. Oh, Logan is a sequel
Technically,
to
it's a
X-Men
sequel.
Origins, right?
Yeah. The Wolverine, the one that goes to Japan. Technically, it's a sequel to that.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Logan is
I mean, it's
100%
better,
the best.
Logan?
Yeah,
All right. What
absolutely.
about is Split technically a sequel to Unbreakable?
It is. Yes.
Yes.
Do you like Split better?
Thing Unbreakable.
I don't know. I don't know if it's that clear cut for me. I like Split, but
I
I
do, too. I'm
really
trying to
enjoyed
think of-
Unbreakable though.
Yeah, I did too.
Even though it was mad slow, I was just like, I felt it.
Yeah, I don't think.
It also just I feel like so much of a different movie too.
It
Yeah.
really, that's what it is.
Yeah.
This is a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Like we dealing with.
Yeah.
It's like a sequel in name, but it's a different part of the universe.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that. The
It's almost like an anthology series.
absolutely
Yeah.
that they tie back together later in the what was the third one?
Glass.
Glass.
Yeah.
Get that one. All right.
Lethal Weapon is tough, but
Yeah,
let's
that's what
talk
we're on.
about it. Let's talk about Lethal Weapon. All 4 Lethal Weapons are fire. Low key, I really like 4 a lot.
Yeah. Which is rare
That's super rare.
to get the fourth one.
I know the critics didn't like it, but I like 4
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. This is on you. None of these are my favorite movies. I love them, but not enough to dissect them. Like this is better than
Like
that.
to me, 3 is the weakest of the Lethal Weapons.
I can't even tell
Part
you which
2 was a fun ass time.
Yeah, I just watched these 2 years ago because we was working on the Buddy
Right.
Cop. So I'm like, yeah, man, cool.
Lethal Weapon is probably the sharpest of the 4. The first Lethal Weapon. Man, Lethal Weapon is tough.
Yeah,
Because I really like 2 a lot. Back
you
if
like 2 better than 1?
If you caught me a young tone, I'd been like 2 is better than 1. Easy. But then when I go back as a grown man and really dig in deep, I'm just like, I don't know which one's the best. But you got Joe Pesci. I love Joe Pesci in Lethal
he
Weapon
was
2.
that's probably my favorite.
Yeah. I
He
love
was
Joe Pesci in Lethal
because they
Weapon
weren't
2.
even trusting each other all the way in 1.
No, they were
Which
still
was-
getting
was-
to know each other, which
Yeah,
was great.
makes good for the movie.
Yeah.
But their chemistry was great in 2.
Yes.
And Joe Pesci, like he was just funny.
He was funny as hell.
He
in that
was
joint.
just getting caught up in the mix-ups and stuff.
I'm gonna give it to Lethal Weapon 2.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna
This
give
is
it to
good.
Lethal
I really
Weapon
like
2.
this podcast.
Kill Bill 2.
I consider that one movie.
Okay.
Here's why.
That's fair.
Here's
That
why.
is fair.
Here's
That-
why I'm not copping out. Quentin Tarantino initially he shot it as one film, But Harvey Weinstein made him split it into two. Literally, he was like, no, split it into two. So it's really one long-ass movie.
I think I like the first one, honestly, better than the second one.
The first half is better, for sure, 100%. But two is... If we do count Kill Bill as two separate films, for real...
It doesn't feel like...
It feels like one movie.
Yeah.
But the first half of the movie is better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that end fight scene.
The end fight scene, the beginning fight scene with Vivica, the anime part. Kill Bill 1 is killing Kill Bill 2.
What about dang, it just jumped in my mind.
I like Rush Hour 1 better
That's what I
than
was
2.
that's what I was about to ask you.
Rush Hour 1.
Rush Hour, I just rewatched those.
Rush Hour 1 is funnier. I like Beverly Hills Cop 2 better than 1.
That's what I was going to ask you. But Rush Hour and Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, I like Beverly Hills Cop 2 better than 1. I like the look and feel and style that Tony Scott brought to the sequel.
Yeah.
I think Beverly Hills Cop 1 is funnier, but I just enjoy Beverly Hills Cop 2 a little bit more.
We got a lot. This is more than I thought.
I like Rush Hour 2 though. Initially, I thought Rush Hour 2 was better. Initially.
Yeah.
But then when I go back, I'm like, I think I like 1 a little bit better.
Friday, no way.
No, ain't no
way.
It's not even a conversation for me.
They also, because Chris Tucker and Mike Epps are different,
Yeah.
they just feel like different movies.
Yeah.
Like they're both funny, but Friday and Friday 2,
they don't feel the same at all.
They don't feel the same at all.
They're different directors
3,
too.
Yeah, 3 and on feels like a continuation of the same franchise.
Yeah.
But Friday and next Friday,
They don't feel the same.
even like the cover, like the poster.
Yeah.
It was like Friday's blue and a little
Yeah.
darker. Next Friday it's got the white background. It's more like, the Mexican dudes was funny though.
I thought they was overdoing it.
The Little Joker?
Little Joker was doing too
He
much.
was funny.
When he
You
kept
don't
saying
like
Aztec
silly.
Warrior, I was like,
You don't like silly.
I
every
felt him
time.
trying to make me laugh, man.
But then it's still okay if somebody try to make you laugh and you
No,
laugh.
man, but it was just it was desperate. I know the purpose of a comedy is to make us laugh, but if I feel you
feel
trying to make it's like desperate. Like when Pinky come in, Pinky feel like he's not trying to make us laugh.
Nah, he's just pissed.
I feel like he was really, who sent you, nigga?
Say
And you
another
better
word.
say, if you say one more goddamn word. Now, who sent you? Nigga? And then when you start to tell me, woo! That to me is just hilarious. As soon as he pull up, hey, man, stop turning them corners so goddamn fast, man. I almost spilled this jack on my $200 suit. And then the driver was like, yeah, whatever, nigga. Just stuff like that, man.
Oh my God.
So we did Mad Max already. I said Road Warrior was the best of the initial 3. The other Mad Max is like, that's not really a sequel. I don't think it is.
Oh, the Bourne series.
Bourne series. I was also going to say Mission Impossible's got a bunch in there.
Oh, Mission Impossible.
Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol.
That's my favorite Mission
Is the
Impossible.
best one. So we
And
got
that's like what
that's 4.
Yeah, that was about.
Four
That's
or
the
5?
4th one.
Yeah.
We got to throw that in there.
And I love Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible
When they
was
first
undefeated.
took the mask off, I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
We don't know who to
They
trust.
still taking the mask off today. It's like, come on,
they ain't
man.
Gonna stop, man. It's the bread and butter, man.
Blade 2.
I go back and forth too much. I go back and forth with Blade 1 and 2 heavy. But I'm going to give it to 1.
Blade is a solid origin film.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is,
absolutely.
It's a good and I
It's-
didn't grow up reading the comics on Blade.
Nobody did, really. Because he wasn't like a popular character
No.
like that.
That's
he
why
would
he was
show
good.
up every now and then.
He
so
was
it
the
like,
first Iron Man. Marvel went back to that same
Absolutely.
approach.
Yes.
Man, Wesley Snipes is Blade.
He is Blade.
He is Blade. When they did it with Mahershala, I was like, man, Wesley still looked like that, man. He could be Blade.
I mean,
He could.
yeah.
He could still be Blade,
He
man.
could still be Blade.
Let him be Blade.
But I
Mahershala
do like
left.
Mahershala.
He left, though.
He's not going to do it?
Yeah, he said, I heard he watched
Officially?
Living the Pop. That's what I heard on my Twitter.
That makes me upset.
Because they
Recently?
kept, they
That's the
kept,
only
yeah, it was
person I
like
thought he could do
a
it.
month or 2 ago. Because they kept
No.
redoing the director or the script or something.
No.
It might have been rumored, but I seen something that said he left the project.
No.
I sent this to Zay.
No.
Tell me if I'm wrong, Cam. I seen it for sure on the rumor wire. And I was
Is the
sad.
rumor wire legit?
That one is usually legit, but I ain't heard nobody else about
I
it.
ain't heard this.
Oh, he came back.
Based on December 5th, he says there were creative issues, but he is confirming that he's moving forward with it.
Oh, he's back.
Whew.
Yes.
Thank God.
So they must have really had the rumor.
Well, I knew it was
And it means
Trouble
he
in
probably had a
Paradise.
pull on the movie.
Because they were doing too much.
Yeah,
He was like,
I
bro,
knew
which is
about
what happened
that.
with Blade the first time. They was taking a long time to get that movie made.
Yeah.
Or no, Black Panther.
Black Panther,
Yeah.
yeah.
Black Panther was taking a long time to get the movie made.
Yeah.
And Mahershala, bro, he got projects.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you think the movie's going to be dumb, he's out.
Right.
And I was like, bro, was such a good, I mean, just on the initial announcement, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, he's great.
He's the
For-
only one that made sense.
Yeah, for Wesley. He
For
he even
sure.
has the sharpness of,
Yeah,
Wesley,
for
man.
sure.
Also, I don't know how we bring this up, but Demolition Man is a great movie.
I like Demolition
It's my
Man.
most favorite. This is probably not a good movie, but I'm having a good time.
Guilty pleasure movie.
We need to do
Demolition
Guilty
Man's
Pleasure.
a good time. Oh, yeah, Guilty
Wesley
pleasure.
Snipes is gold
Yeah, for
in
sure.
that movie.
100%.
And Taco Bell won the Food Wars. I didn't know
Simon
why.
Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix, he had the blonde hair, man. He was a loose
Wesley
cannon.
Snipes is a great villain, dog.
He was great. I love that movie, man. I was rooting for him. I never came to the other side. I was always rooting for Wesley, man.
Simon Phoenix was great.
He was in the underground.
He was down
They
there,
was
man.
eating rats and stuff.
John Sport? the hell you doing here, man? I've been dreaming about killing you for 30 years. Keep dreaming. Them lines, dog.
What else we got, y'all? We got a lot.
Two
I'm gonna
Towers?
recap.
Who?
Two Towers. Lord of the Rings.
Somebody said Lord of the Rings. See, here's the only problem, man. I go back and forth, man, because when I go back and I look at it, I was 1 and 2. That's just really
It's one movie.
That's a one.
Oh,
It's,
you're
the
gonna-
trilogy
okay.
is really. It's like, The Dark Knight is here.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is like here.
Yeah.
It never
They're
peaks
all
as high
great,
as
yeah.
The Dark Knight, but it never goes below Batman Begins.
Absolutely not.
It's like a little bit better than Batman Begins, but consistently good.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's definitely not like
Ain't no weak spot in the trilogy.
It's 3.
You can't
great
look at that
entries.
trilogy and be like, I didn't like the third one.
Nah, it's
There's none of
3
that.
great entries. Here we go. So far, here's what we got: Dark Knight, Empire Strikes Back, Winter Soldier, Spider-Man 2, No Way Home, Sister Act 2, asterisks. We did not agree. Terminator 2, Aliens, Toy Story 3, Godfather 2, X2, Road Warrior, Mad Max Road Warrior, Home Alone 2, Evil Dead 2, Logan, Lethal Weapon 2, Beverly Hills Cop 2, and Ghost Protocol. Is there anything else we missed? Die Hard?
No.
I don't feel-
3 is better than 2, but
Shrek 2?
none of them better than the first one. Huh?
Shrek 2.
Nah.
Shrek is better than a lot of animated movies, though.
It is.
It's up there in the upper echelon for me
Absolutely.
of animated movie. It never gets talked about because Pixar had such a successful, 10, 12 film run.
Mm-hmm.
But Shrek broke the mold in everything they did. And Eddie Murphy's in there, too. He's in Mulan, but he's funny as donkey.
Is Guardians 3 the best?
I would say of that, I would say it's better.
I
than
think
I
two.
felt
3
the
is the
most
best.
on 3.
I think
Yeah.
Guardians 3 is the best.
I was in Rocket Raccoon Story. I was feeling
I was in
emotions.
shambles.
I said, man, they got me crying at a
I was
CGI
crying.
raccoon.
Voiced by
His
Bradley
story was heartbreaking.
I was crying in the beginning. As soon as they showed baby raccoons, I was like, I already know where this is going. I already know where we going with this.
The villain was good, too.
Yes, the villain was good.
I said, man, John Wick.
John Wick, I struggle with as a
kind
franchise.
of like it's all the same.
Yeah, it's all
It's
good.
Lord of the Rings, but
I
yeah,
think
under
one's-
Batman Begins.
I think 1 is the. I can't put anything in front of 1
Yeah.
wholeheartedly.
Because nothing happened. All they did is think of a new reason to kill people
Yeah.
and a new way to kill people.
But
the actual story,
But the actual
Insane. It's
story
one
begins
story.
it's
with.
one story.
Yeah. So I
In the
can't.
most recent John Wick, when he fell down the stairs, I was crying, laughing.
Oh man, he fell
fell down the
all
stairs
All that
for-
work he put in.
And then he fell down again.
Man, I
Bottom
was like,
half.
come on, man. I got to rewatch that again though. But John Wick is undefeated. I
Austin
want to say
Power?
this. I want to talk about this with the Equalizer. Hear
3
me
is
out.
the best.
I think 3 might be the best one.
You've been saying that.
That's the most
Do,
recent one.
yeah.
I haven't seen 3
Do
yet.
y'all agree?
I haven't seen
Oh,
3
you
yet.
haven't seen it?
Mm-mm.
I feel
I've seen
like
1 and 2.
I would put the Raid 2 above the first Raid.
Yeah, That's
The Raid 2.
Raid 2.
But I feel like the Equalizer 3 is the best of the
A lot of
three.
people who've seen it, pretty much everybody who's seen it,
Yeah.
because I was like, man, I think I'm kind of Equalizered out. But I was going to watch it. I just wasn't in a rush.
Yeah.
And people was like, nah, man, it's the best of the
Yeah.
three. I'm going to take your word on that.
Okay.
I need to watch that. Movies come on TV too fast.
Yeah, they do.
It takes the whole lure away. I just left. We saw Fast and Furious, and then I felt like the next week it was like now streaming. I said, man.
Fast and Furious. Fast 5 is the best.
God.
Fast 5 is the best, in my opinion.
That's right in the middle too. There are 10 movies now, right?
There's 10 movies. The back half is just a hodgepodge of ridiculousness, though.
I think I would give it to 5.
When did they stop racing?
5?
Was it 5?
Mm-hmm.
Is that when The Rock came in?
Yeah.
Do they stop racing in 5, or is that the last one where they race in it?
That's when they.
That's when they started doing extra shit.
Heists.
Yeah.
space
They kind of
missions.
started doing heisty stuff in 4, but 5 is where it was just like, oh, this is what we
government's
doing
calling
now.
on 'em
We
for stuff.
we government officials now. I think 5
I
is
really
the
like
best.
Fast and Furious too. Like
first one?
The first one.
The first one was good.
It
It was
was
a
like-
surprise.
they-
I liked it way more than I thought I would.
Me too. I remember me and Melissa saw that at the Dollar Movie. I remember like, oh, street racing. I'd never seen a street racing
Yeah.
movie before.
And the ending was exciting to me.
Yeah, and then Paul Walker was undercover.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then, 2 was good
Tokyo
too.
Drift.
A little zany. It got into the zany.
2 was
Ejectocito, cuz.
yeah, two was like, all right.
I said forget about it, cuz.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Tokyo Drift, I didn't mind. I didn't hate. Because I liked the new location.
Yeah.
But I would never argue it's a good movie.
Yeah.
And Bow Wow and the Lucas dude was that's just random.
Just, man, once
I don't
you ain't
know
got
that-
the regulars, what we doing here? What the hell is
Then they
this?
came back with 4 like, all right, we done with
Yeah,
that. Everybody
sorry,
else is
y'all.
back.
We were just having a good time.
I guess that's really a spinoff. It should have just been a spinoff.
Yeah.
If it was just called Tokyo Drift,
Mhm.
I'd be like, okay.
All right.
But I'll give you Fast 5.
Fast 5.
Top Gun Maverick, or is that a reboot?
That's a sequel.
Man,
That's a straight
you know
sequel.
what?
I'm
That's a
giving
good
it,
one.
I'm giving it to Maverick.
That was a much better time than I thought I was going to have.
Yeah.
That movie's the only thing I don't like about that, which Top Gun kind of had that too. The bad guys are nondescript.
Yeah.
It's just bad guys.
They
man.
really didn't exist. in this
over
movie.
there.
Eastern Europe.
They were faceless.
They never, even when they were at the airfield.
They got a red star on
It's
their plane.
right.
They were faceless the whole
The
time.
guys are just they were like Bond villains, like Nintendo 64 Bond villains. They were like,
thought
man,
they were really slick with this faceless, identityless.
they were like,
villain.
you know what, America has enough.
Yeah.
Take your pick. If you were Middle Eastern, Eastern European,
And they pulled it off in a genius fashion.
Japanese, Chinese, anybody could be the villain, man. It's
Yeah.
not important. What we got to do is we got to fly under the radar in a minute and a half. That's what you need to focus on. You hear me? Who it is, who cares,
It don't
man?
matter, man.
Fly the plane under the thing.
They out here.
Also, I want to say this, and this movie made me
Godzilla
realize it.
-1 is the best.
Get
that I've
the
seen.
love scene out of that movie.
Which one?
Oh, and
Maverick.
Oh my God.
What a
When
waste.
she was posed up on the little convertible at the end, me and Sabrina just bust out laughing. It was so it was
Zero
the
sex appeal,
cheese
man.
was just oozing out of that little moment.
I hated it, man.
Him and Jennifer Connelly, man,
Get
look out.
it out.
Where's
the
Kelly
daughter was
McGillis?
funny, like that little scene with the daughter
Yeah.
not liking him. But who cares,
It
man?
didn't matter.
I don't care.
It didn't matter. No.
Shut up. She's
But-
not
but-
fine either.
Maverick, put it on there.
Yeah, Maverick's
Now
on there.
Jennifer Connelly is attractive.
She's not in that movie.
I don't remember.
She was past her prime. They both were. That's why I don't
But
care.
at least they giving him somebody of age.
No, I respect that,
You
but
know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
care. She could have been in front of me at a Whole Foods. I've been like, "Can you move? I'm trying to get to the come across, man. I got a recipe." Transformers.
The first one. I feel like that's the only franchise.
I feel
where the
like
first one's the
Trent-
only one that's like.
Transformers, the first one is the best.
Man, when I tell you, I progressively have hated those movies more and more, but
Batman
nothing
Returns.
more than Revenge of the Fallen.
Ah.
When Shia LaBeouf died and he went to Transformers Heaven, if I had a gun in Army, I would have shot the screen. I said, man, this is How is a human dying and going a trip? We are proud of you here. We're gonna revive you. No, man.
That was so silly.
That
Horse
is
shit.
dumb, bro.
Horse shit.
I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
We are proud of you here, human. Man, get the hell on. That don't work like that.
Nah, that was
All
garbage.
right, anything else?
I'll say this: Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is my favorite.
That is my
Indiana
favorite, too.
Jones
I
movie.
like Raiders of the Lost Ark more, but I'll give it to you.
Temple of Doom is good too.
Temple of Doom, Raiders of the Lost Ark, all fair. But for me,
Last Crusade, I ain't gonna
Last
argue with you.
Crusade, it was something about that one that made me like it the best. I love the father-son dynamic.
He was, man, Harrison Ford was just.
And Sean Connery, the two of them.
Oh, they were great together. Mine is they were only like 10 years apart in age.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
But
Harrison Ford
who
looked
cares?
really young at that time. He really
He
wasn't,
did.
but he looked young.
Yeah. We bought it.
Yeah, he was. His eyes was like, when he would be stealing stuff,
Yeah.
his eyes would be like,
Huh?
I can't
I
wait
love-
to steal it.
I loved Indiana Jones.
Because
the
he
first
knows
three.
the stakes, man, and
Man.
he's like, I got to steal it, though, man. You don't understand.
Those movies were fun, dog.
Oh,
When
great.
in the Temple of Doom, when old girl was freaking out,
Mm.
rightfully so, when all those bugs was everywhere
Yeah.
and the thing was about to crush him, and he put his fist through the hole like,
Like, no.
pull it now. I felt that fist of urgency, dog. He like, look, man, I know you got spiders on you, but pull it now. I felt that fist.
Final Destination?
I don't remember those clear enough, but the Final Destination 2 freeway chaotic scene was fire.
It's had a hold on millennials ever since. We don't get behind the trucks with the trees,
Man,
because of that.
that accident scene was crazy.
Austin Powers.
Oh, I think the first one is the funniest for me.
What's the second one? The Spy Who Shagged Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Dr. Evil? I mean,
No,
what,
the first
Mini-Me?
one is The Spy Who Shagged Me. The second one is I forget the name of the second one.
But
And
is
then
that
the
the one
third
with
one was
Mini-Me?
Gold Member.
Is that Beyonce?
Yeah.
No, it's the first one's International Man of Mystery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
The
You're
second
right.
one's
Spy Who
Spy Who
Shagged
Shagged
Me.
Me.
Gotcha.
Spy Who Shagged Me had Mini-Me in it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
That's your favorite?
Yes. I hate.
I feel like Dr. Evil really took off in that second one.
That's what and that's why I was like, he had all the funny stuff
It was
in
just,
there.
but I feel like they turned it into the Dr. Evil show.
But it should have been.
Nah, man, Austin is great.
He is good, but Dr. Evil, man, his clip percentage of jokes was great.
Yeah, they was firing it up.
Billions?
I gotta come back. I mean, if you want to give it to Austin Powers too, that's fine. But I gotta revisit. I just
Spy
saw
Who
the first
Shagged
one again.
Adam's Family Values.
Yes, I think that's better than the first one. Adam's Family 2, I feel is better. Batman Returns. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
Let's unpack this.
Okay. This is the second Michael Keaton one.
Yep. Danny DeVito and Catwoman.
Danny DeVito as Penguin, that was the only time Penguin was legitimate to me.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
cartoon, I was like, Penguin's kind of like a funny villain.
Yeah,
But Danny DeVito, I was like, all right, this guy is, and he was gross.
he was gross.
The black
Yeah,
and the
stuff
eating the
coming out of his
fish.
mouth
I was
all
like,
the time. He
man.
was so
And
gross.
Michelle Pfeiffer was
She was perfect as Catwoman.
Yeah.
perfect. I don't remember who was the villain in the
no
first
pun
one.
intended. Perfect.
Jack Nicholson is the Joker.
Jack Nicholson was the Joker in the first one. He was great though.
In
As
comparison.
a movie, though, the second one, just because they had more money,
Yeah.
more tech, and I think they could do more with the character.
I
would
like
give
the
it-
second one a little bit
Me
better
too. Me too.
as a whole.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken was in there too. I love him.
And then they turned it into the
Oh,
doggone.
after that, it
Oh,
was
yeah.
complete horse shit.
Y'all, that's when the money was too.
Oh man.
They got the nipples on the
Oh
suit.
my god. I
Back
hated.
credit card.
I
Oh,
hated
my
Batman
God.
Forever and Batman and Robin. I hated them.
I hate it. And I like Jim
freeze
Carrey.
puns.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Joel Schumacher. That's a glaring example of when you change directors, the shit is just gonna go over the
Man, the
side.
thing that pissed me off the most about Mr. Freeze in the cartoon, his like reasoning,
Mr. Freeze is great in
you
the
could
cartoon.
feel his story on
man, and him being small and frail helped that. Arnold Schwarzenegger was just like,
Oh,
Freeze.
my
I'm like, dog,
God.
he's not.
Chill.
Freeze well.
You know what sucks though?
Hated it,
He
man.
looks fantastic
Oh, he looked good.
in
yeah.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Ass freeze?
Yes.
Yeah. He looked cool.
He looks amazing.
but his
But
backstory,
man, that dialogue.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Cold ice cream. I was like, and I was a kid then.
Man.
And I was
Even
just like,
as kids, we knew it was terrible.
this is awful,
This is
man.
the worst.
This
Batman
is
Forever
awful,
and Batman and
man.
Robin are just garbage to me.
That was who was Robin?
Chris O'Donnell.
Oh my god.
And then Alicia Silverstone.
When he
was
did the
that
stupid
girl.
scene of him doing the laundry with the circus
Oh
stuff,
my
I wanted.
God, dog.
Nobody is doing that,
Garbage.
man. He was
Garbage.
drying off I said, nigga,
Garbage.
put it in the dryer like a regular person, man.
Who wrote
Nobody
Who wrote
is doing
this?
that.
Who greenlit?
I love Naked Gun 33 and a third.
I can't remember those movies clearly.
That one is when the penis was in the shadow and it was upside down. I died.
Naked Guns are fire though. across
Leslie,
the board.
I like that type of movie.
All three of those are fire.
But 33 and a third, man, that scene, boom, I was like,
Christmas Vacation, I feel like is the best of the
Yeah.
National
National
Lampoon
Lampoon.
Yeah.
joints, even though I love the first one. But I got to give it to Christmas Vacation. That's the one I watched the most. So we put Christmas Vacation on there. I'm undecided on the Naked Gun. I can't definitively.
there's so many funny things in there, but they do blur together.
Yeah.
But I know 33 and a third had that penis scene. All right.
We got quite the list.
We got
man.
quite the
Yeah,
list.
you
it's
got-
enough. It's every movie, basically, that we could
tried
ever
to-
think of.
We squoze it dry.
One more time, all the sequels that we like better than the original. Dark Knight, Empire Strikes Back, Winter Soldier, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man No Way Home, Sister Act 2, Asterix, Terminator 2, Aliens, Toy Story 3, Godfather 2, X2, Mad Max Road Warrior, Home Alone 2, Evil Dead 2, Logan, Lethal Weapon 2, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, The Raid 2, Equalizer 3, Fast and the Furious 5, Top Gun Maverick, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Austin Powers 2, Addams Family 2, Batman Returns, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. If we missed anything else, put it in the comments, along with other things that we should cover on the Ball Brothers podcast. With that being said, we are gone.